Hi, friends. Welcome
Yeah,
to TLC Delighted City once again. And I'm so glad, that you can come or you can community where you can come and feel secure, feel safe, knowing that there are experiences or challenges that people have gone through that you're not the only one going through them. You're not the only one life is happening to. Yeah, so that's what TLC is about. And on today's episode, we'll be considering one of those experiences that, make you feel less of yourself, experiences that has the capacity to drain your emotional strength or your mental strength and then make you think less of yourself. And that's why we've titled this episode Seeing the Way God Sees. So stay tuned and don't miss out. You wouldn't want to trust me. So yeah, I know you'll be wondering how experiences that make you feel less of yourself and seeing beyond. What's the connection? That's one reason why I should watch this video to the end. I don't watch it half, okay?
yeah.
So I'll be telling us a story. Yes, a story of my life, experience that I had firsthand. That did a lot of mental work. So yeah, that happened in the year 2017. That was like 8 years ago. I was in secondary school then, senior secondary school, after my primary school, secondary school, and it was a boarding school. So in my SS1, that thing happened. I'm saying that thing. I sat for an exam in my JSS3. That was what we call the junior work. And first of all, before I continue, there are experiences or there is something you want to do that in your mind, like everything that is in like everything about that thing you want to do is really positive in your mind. Like you've already had your mind on the fact that it's going to go well. So like you're not considering any failure or anything at all. So that was what happened. I sat for that exam, confidently and everything. But then when the result was released, I got the biggest shock of my life. I mean, Jesus Christ. If anybody had told me that Som Tochukwu, you sit for an exam and you will feel like I would have looked at them and I would have laughed first. Not that I would have laughed, but then like there are things that are not believable. Do you get? I did not imagine that. I did not think of that. Like me sitting for an exam. Now it was not. It was not a thing of boasting per se. One is that I'm a Christian. Like, so I already have this mentality that I'm a child of God. God has made me the head and not the tail. So I'm like, I'm not supposed to sit for an exam and feel like everything I'm doing is supposed to be like successful. Do you get that kind of thing? The Bible tells you, whatever you lay your hands to do shall prosper. So I already had that success mentality. Then coupled with the fact that, yes, I'm intelligent, like, and like from records, I've never had a manageable grade. Do you get like let's just manage it a C or a P? Talk of failing a course, like I literally got an F. And it's junior work, like who fails junior work? So like that experience really hit me hard. It drained me emotionally, mentally, like I really don't but it affected me so much that it affected the way I saw myself, the way I thought of myself and life generally. You know, from that period, I just noticed that my self esteem dropped. And then I want to embark on something, or when I'm given a project or an assignment to work on, that fear just comes up to me, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, what did this thing feels like? There was always this constant fear of failure, and it kept eating deep into me for like years. So that experience really affected me. Like I said, it's actually not easy, especially for Christians that there's faith, there is your words, there is belief in God, there is the fact that you know that you're the head and not the tail. So like all those things, it
Now,
not made
but
me
for
wonder.
like
So like everything just failed. I saw everything crumble. It dealt with me. It dealt with me about this experience in the 1823. I just one thing that really caught my attention was the fact that God didn't see me that way. God didn't look at me that way. You know, despite the fact that I was looking at myself as a failure, as a disappointment, God was just seeing this as perhaps a process. And then God was looking at the glorious end He has for me. You know, where the Bible says, For he knows the thought he has towards me, thoughts of good and not of evil. That was what he was seeing, his thought he has for me. Like that perfect creature he created in the beginning, that beautiful me, that was what he was seeing. The glorification, he was not seeing those struggles, he was not seeing those failures, he was not seeing the disappointments. He saw them as platforms for growth, platform for the glorification. And I believe, talking from experience now, that is to live life. That is how we're supposed to go through those experiences. Those experiences are not things that's supposed to eat us up, and then people start thinking of suicide. It's true that some can really hit you hard and then, like throw you off balance. From experience, I've come to learn over time that, first of all, the way I see those experiences matter, and then the way I see those experiences is what is going to influence how I react to them. So if I'm seeing these experiences as phases that I have to go through, processes, then going through those experiences, I'm going through the mindset that this is just for a while and then it's going to pass away. It's going to lead me to a higher life, a higher height to get more like a life examination that will promote you. I sat down to think about this. It really changed the way I reacted to, because definitely the experiences kept coming. So, but then it changed the way I reacted to those experiences, and that is what I've come here to do. Tell you my life experience and the lessons I've learned. So when we're going through those experiences, we should learn to see those experiences as platforms to get platforms for growth, platforms for more achievements, more like a ladder to our success, and not necessarily something that is going to drown us or feel like life has happened to you and all of that. So I'm urging you, especially the Christians, because it can be so trying for Christians when you build. Because I've always believed God. So like, what happened? Is it I did not have faith or what? Like really could not explain. But that was what the failure to him. That's what I saw myself as a failure to God, but he didn't see me as a failure. I was looking at that beautiful thoughts he has of me, that glorified picture, because there's a picture of me, there's a beautiful picture of me God has in mind. That was literally what God was seeing when he was looking at me in that current. Me struggling, he was seeing me in that failed mentality and all, but he was not seeing the failure. He was seeing the beautiful results. Yes, that was what God was seeing. And the best way to go through these experiences, to see them the way God sees them. And how does God see them? This God sees them as processes, as channels, as platform for that glorious end, for that beautification. If we can learn to see these experiences, these challenges the same way, there will be lesser cases of suicide, and you will just grow. It's more like a platform, builds your hope, gives you something to hope for. So if you don't mind, you can let me know your thoughts, or you want to, if you can, feel free to share experiences, like a similar experience you had that drained you mentally. You can let me know on the comment section. And yes, I'll also be dropping my WhatsApp number in case you feel like the comment section is still open, if we can discuss one-on-one. You get. Yeah, thanks for watching up to this moment. That's all I have for you in today's episode. Okay, so I'll see you in my next video. For now, bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes.